We're back. That's right, another episode. Episode 3 of Josh Altman's Top 10 Properties of the Week. That's right, these are properties that have come across my desk, or I should say my home desk, because I'm on quarantine, one way or another by agents around the world. It doesn't matter what the price is, doesn't matter what the location is, it just matters that I thought it was one of the coolest properties that I've seen this week, and that's why it's made the top 10. If you want to submit your property for next week's episode, email me at top10@thealtmanbrothers.com and I'll take a look at it. And if I love it, it may just make the list. Thank you for everybody who submitted last week. We got over 322 entries. That's right, 322 entries. And these are my top 10 favorite picks. So what do you say? Let's get started. Coming in at number 10 is 1959 Cox District Road in Woodstock, Vermont. Hold up, wait, is this a barn? No, this is one of the coolest barns you've ever seen in your entire life. This thing's insane. From afar, you think it's just a regular barn, but it actually is one of the most state-of-the-art, architecturally pushing the envelope houses you've ever seen. This thing caught my eye because it is on another level of architecturally cool. The price is $9,750,000. You're looking at over 9,500 square feet of insane interior design. 9 bedrooms, 7 baths. Woodstock Farm is a modern architectural masterpiece and landmark work by award-winning and internationally recognized architect Rick Joy. Rick, you knocked this one out of the park. This house has an indoor hockey ring. That's right, you heard that correctly, an indoor hockey ring, because you're in Vermont. And in Vermont, you know what they love? They love their hockey. The house is situated on over 200 acres of Vermont countryside, minutes away from the Ivy League Dartmouth College. That's right, Dartmouth College. If you were like me in school, you wouldn't know anything about Dartmouth. But for those of you who did well in school, yeah, it's called Ivy League. Game over. Big shout out to Richard Higgerson at Four Seasons Sotheby's International Realty. Congratulations on representing one of the coolest houses that I've ever seen, and I've sold over $4 billion worth of real estate. So kudos to you. So if you want to see this house, break out your winter clothes and call up me or Richard, and we'll get you in right away. Next on the list is number 9. Now we went from one cold place in Vermont to another chilly place up in Park City, Utah, one Hawkeye place. Now check this house out. The price on this is $13,950,000. You got 5 beds, 9 baths, and 13,000 square feet of ski in, ski out, Northside Village masterpiece. You got a 6-car garage, entry elevator lobby, full butler's kitchen, and an exercise room with separate private massage area. That's right, you saw that picture right. It's got a golf simulator. You know what's cool about that? When you're stuck in quarantine, at least you can work on your swing, right? Big shout out to Tyler Richardson of Berkshire Hathaway up there in Utah. This is a beautiful one. I'm sure this one won't last past the winter. Oh yeah. See that? Hand sanitizer. Becoming a pro at that. Number 8 on the list is coming from La Quinta, California. That's up near Palm Springs. The address on this one is 81065 Shinnecock Hills. The reason why this one made the list this week was because it sits on the 11th hole at the Wyckoff private golf course. So when you're sitting there and you're looking at your pool, you're also looking at a beautiful manicured golf course. So you can basically take a swing right from your living room. The price of this one is $3,195,000. Now the garage in this is also what caught my eyes. Not only do you have a 4-car garage, which looks like is currently being used by a lot of classic cars, but you also have a golf cart garage. That's right, golf cart has its own separate garage for 2 golf carts. This garage is actually pimped out. I think I'd pay $3,195,000 just for the garage of this house. This 4-bed, 5-bath, almost 6,400 square feet property is located in one of the best gated communities called the PGA West over there in La Quinta. Congratulations, Debbie Bellman with Benyon DeVille Homes. And by the way, this property was just lowered $100,000. It's now priced to sell. So giddy up. All right, coming in at number 7, we're going to go back out to another chilly area of Jackson, Wyoming. One of the most beautiful places that I've ever been to personally. I love it in Jackson. Now this property at 720 West Northeast Yate Road. Looks kind of like a hotel because that's how big it is. It's about 11,623 square feet. You got 6 bedrooms and 7 baths. The interior in this property is on another level. It's got an Asian-inspired interior design, a sense of peaceful existence throughout the home. Monochromatic color schemes and simple lines make use of all the natural elements and materials in this property. You got floor-to-ceiling windows and a 270-degree unobstructed view of some of the most beautiful mountains that you've ever seen. The house is situated on the furthest point in the Amangani subdivision. The homes at Amangani deliver everything that you expect from one of the world's most famous fabled resorts. You got the spa, fitness facilities, 2 restaurants, room service, infinity pool, 24-hour security, and more. This property is listed at $16,500,000. Big shout out to Century 21, Jackson Hole. Congratulations, guys. Keep up the good work. Next on the list is number 6. Now, number 6 is literally fit for a king. I mean, when I saw this house, first thing I thought about was The Great Gatsby. I actually Googled it because I thought it might have been the house that they used in the movie. That's how cool this house is. Welcome to 10A Dock Lane, Great Neck, New York. The listing price on this house, $35 million clams. That's right, $35 million to get you in this modern, authentic Versailles. That's right, you heard that correctly. Modern, authentic Versailles. This 26,000 square foot house has 7 beds, 18 baths, sitting on over 2 acres of waterfront, and I mean prime waterfront property. This waterfront property is in the prestigious village of Kings Point. The French limestone mansion faces a rare marble fountain imported from the Rothschilds estate in France. Those of you who don't know Rothschild, Google it. This house has a private, deep water dock, sandy beach, and the pool is marble. Anyways, great property. This is living large at its best. Congratulations to Jason and Rudy team in Great Neck, New York. Keep it up. Very impressive. Number 5 on the list, we're going to St. Helena up in California. 3291 St. Helena Highway. So for those of you who are not familiar with St. Helena, it overlooks the mountains of Napa. It is prime wine country. And if you can't tell, look at the area in this house that has about 24 barrels of wine. People who have this type of house are the type of people you want to be friends with. They're not messing around. In fact, a 3,000-gallon winery permit comes with the house that gets transferred. So if you can't buy the house, make sure one of your friends do, so at least you can enjoy some of that wine. Price tag on this house is $12 million. It's a 4-bedroom, 6-bathroom, 9,930 square foot house situated on 8 incredibly lush vineyard acres. Now, every view of this house, when you look out the window, is looking at another part of the vineyard. This house is perfect for a nice, relaxing break, and it's only 3 miles from downtown St. Helena. Big shout out to A.G. Smith. I love this house. She's with Engel and Vokers up in Napa. Keep up the good work. I mean, there's only really one way for me to see how great the house is, and that's by DMing me for my address so you can send me a bottle of wine from that cellar. Coming in next at number 4 on the list, we're gonna head to Austin, Texas. We're gonna head to 3200 Stratford Hills Lane in Austin, Texas. Now the price tag on this one is $8,995,000. We got a 5-bed, 8-bath, 7,178 square feet of awesome architecture. This house has been featured in Architectural Digest. This high concept contemporary estate is an outstanding architectural landmark with a delightfully rustic interior. It was originally designed by Larry Speck and remodeled by award-winning architects Paul Lamb and Ted Young. I love this house. I love the mix of the concrete. I love the mix of the finishes. That bedroom, by the way, that thing is insane. The view on this house when you're sitting in your pool of downtown Austin is unobstructed and it's beautiful. This house is perfect for an art collector. I could see my art hanging in this house. Man, would I love this property. Big shout out to the realtor on this one, Kumara Wilcoxon. Kumara's with Cooper Sotheby's International Realty. This is definitely one of the most unique properties, not only in the neighborhood, but on this top 10 list this week. So big shout out to you and keep doing it, Kumara. Coming in at number 3 on the list, well, this one I can tell you all about because it's an Altman Brothers listing and it's 9200 Swallow Drive. That's up in Doheny Estates, the famed Doheny Estates. And if you watch $1 Million Listing, you know all about the bird streets. Best of the best, surrounded by 20, 30, 40, $50 million houses. Now this brand new modern is state-of-the-art everything. When I show this house, I press one button, the fireplaces come on, the music comes up, everything unlocks. This house is super, super technologically advanced. My favorite part about this house is the pool that overlooks the fire pit that goes the entire length of the pool. And then of course you got the LA Basin in your view and you got some nice palm trees on the left. This house checks all the boxes. You got a theater, you got the wine cellar, you got a guest unit, 4-car garage, and the master overlooks the pool. What separates this house from others in the area are the 14-foot ceilings. Now that's the highest you're allowed to build per floor in Doheny Estates. So great job using all the space that you can on this one. Very well-known architect and builder. And this house is one of my favorite Altman Brothers listings. So big shout out to Matt Altman and myself for listing this one. We're definitely gonna sell this. And I'm excited for you guys to check it out on Instagram when it says sold across the top. Coming in at number 2 on the top 10 list, we're gonna head up to Vancouver, Canada, the West Coast of Canada. You know what they say, the West Coast is the best coast. We got 6485 Cedarhurst Street. Price tag is $9,688,000 Canadian dollars, which equals $6,878,480 US. This house is 5 beds, 7 bath, 6481 square feet. This West Coast contemporary design has a beautiful infinity edge pool, huge driveway. This house is surrounded by 15,000 square feet of masterful landscaping by Paul Senga. The landscaping is over the top. This house is beautiful. I love it, and that's why it's number 2 on the list. Big shout out to Oakland Realty's Richard Tamplin. You got the listing for this. Congrats. And coming in at number 1 on Josh Altman's top 10 list this week, this house is a stunner. We're gonna head to Riverside, Connecticut to 131 Meadow Road in Riverside, Connecticut. If you know Meadow Road, you know how prestigious it is. And this house is at the end of the road. It's on the water. Price tag on this house is $26,750,000 with 6 beds, 8 baths, 11,365 square feet. The house sits on 2.2 acres of prime trophy waterfront property. What's great about this house is perched right above Thrushwood Lake with views beyond to Greenwich Cove, Todd's Point, and the Long Island Sound. So if you're sitting in this house, well, you pretty much made it. I love this house. This house knocked me off my feet. This looks like the type of house I would like to have my end game be in. So congratulations to Darren Sabag. You did a great job getting this listing. Can't wait to follow this one. I'm sure it sells soon because if you can afford this house, there's really no reason you shouldn't buy it, don't you think? And that's it for Josh Altman's top 10 list this week. Thanks for tuning in. If you want your property on next week's top 10 list, you want a property shout out and a brokerage and a realtor shout out, make sure to send it to top10@thealtmanbrothers.com. Thank you so much for tuning in. In the meantime, I'm gonna go and sell the dream. That's right. We'll see you guys next week. I'm out of here.